Hello everyone! Okay, well it is the Canadian Thanksgiving weekend here, and I picked up a Tofurky. So along with my vegan transformation over the past few months, I knew that I did not want to be eating real turkey at Thanksgiving. The rest of my family will probably partake, and I wanted something for me, and my mom will try this too, and everyone else can have a sample, yada yada. Anyway, this is the roast I picked up. This was $11.99 at my local grocery store, on sale $2. They do also have the feast, which I understand has a cake and some other things, but it's pretty much more than double the price, and I don't think it's worth it. At least not for me. Again, if you're feeding a lot more people, but I don't believe that the actual Tofurky is a bigger portion, but I could be wrong. So, I'm going to defrost it tonight. And this is what it looks like. So it's heavy, solid, and I should have probably put that in the fridge a day ago, and I didn't. So I'm just going to defrost it out on my stove in a pot overnight and get to cooking it in the morning. But it has here on the side a mushroom gravy recipe for you if you like. I think also the feast comes with the gravy inside, something like that. But I don't know for sure. Some of you do know, of course. It tells you how to prepare it, to cook it thawed. I did find a recipe online where someone puts it in a slow cooker for 8 to 10 hours. I'm not sure if I'm going to do that, or I might just try to cook it at a lower temperature for maybe 4 to 6 hours and baste a lot so it can be nice and tender. It does sound like this can be dry or tender depending how you prepare it. So I definitely want a nice tender fake bird. And what's in it? That's the most important part. So it includes water, vital wheat gluten, organic tofu, and shoyu soy sauce, expeller pressed canola oil, natural vegan flavors, cornstarch, garbanzo bean flour, white bean flour, lemon juice from concentrate, onion, carrot, celery, vegan sugar, calcium lactate from beets, sea salt. So that's pretty good. I don't know if you can see that there easily. And the stuffing includes organic brown rice, whole wheat bread cubes, and onion, celery, water, organic wild rice, expeller, pressed canola oil, natural vegan flavors, garlic, salt, sugar, spices, and turmeric. Okay, hopefully you guys can see that. I'll hold that there for a second. So what I like about this is they're all pretty much pronounceable ingredients. I don't have to be wondering what this is and what that is. And it is vegan. I hear good things. I've heard a few mixed things, but I hope I can make this nice and tender and juicy and that it will be good. So stay tuned as I prepare this come the morning. All right, guys. I'll be back. All right, guys. So it's the morning of Thanksgiving, and you can see the time, 10:39. My Tofurky feels nice and squishy, so I'm certain it's defrosted. What the package calls for in terms of preparing it is an onion, 2 large carrots, and 2 potatoes. You're going to peel these and quarter them. You're going to cut your carrots into pieces. And you're going to quarter the onions as well. So I'm going to get this stuff ready. I have my crock pot turned on. I rarely use this, so I hope it turns out okay in there. Since I'm not worrying about cooking meat and killing out salmonella or anything like that, I'm sure that 5 hours in the crock pot should do. I might actually, depending on how it looks near the end of this before I head to my mom's, take out the Tofurky and put it in the oven to maybe give it a bit more color, and I'm going to play that by ear. Alright, so I'm going to get started on this stuff. Okay, the Tofurky box has a recipe for a baste, and that calls for 3 tablespoons of olive oil or other vegetable oil, a tablespoon of soy sauce, 1½ teaspoon of fresh or ground sage, optional, 1/8 of a cup of orange juice, 1/8 of a cup of soy sauce. Oh, well, why sorry. Okay, now that I'm waking up, I can see. You can either use soy sauce and oil and sage, or orange juice, soy sauce, and sweetener. But I'm going to use a recipe that I've always done, and I never really measure it. But it's what I've done to baste my turkeys in the past. So I'm going to use oregano, garlic powder, paprika, black pepper, salt, and some Earth Balance butter. Okay, so, and why don't we cut the bird, it's alright, the Tofurky bird out of its casing. Okay, so that's about a tablespoon, I think. Let's do a slight bit more than a tablespoon. Yeah. We'll do a tablespoon. So just about a tablespoon of your Earth Balance butter. And, oh, I'm not measuring this. Okay, let's measure that. Maybe about a tablespoon of the soy sauce. The rest I'm just going to dab and add. Okay, so a couple sprinkles of oregano, maybe like half a tablespoon. Maybe quarter teaspoon. This was probably half a teaspoon, sorry. That was probably about quarter teaspoon of salt. The garlic powder. Sprinkling in. Maybe quarter teaspoon of garlic powder. Black pepper. Maybe an eighth of a teaspoon. Paprika. Maybe an eighth of a teaspoon right there. And I'm just going to put this in the microwave to just melt and dissolve, and then I'm going to baste my Tofurky with this. I'm going to add one more thing to this, and that is kelp granules for a bit of iodine. So I think that's maybe about an eighth of a teaspoon. So this is my base. And this soy sauce is very dark, and every time I, used it on turkey or chicken, it really gave it a nice color as it cooked in the oven. Okay, so let's move my camera over, guys, so you can see what I'm doing. I'm just going to put this right in here. And I already have that on. And I'm just going to start basting. I'm going to baste all of it. I'm going to turn it over. And whatever little bit I have left, I will cover my veggies with. So maybe if this turns out well, I don't need to put it in the oven to give it any extra sear or, I don't mean a sear, I mean just kind of like that crispy kind of a coating. We're going to see how this turns out. This is my first time, guys, and I hope it turns out well. Okay, here I have my potatoes, onions, and carrots. And I've got a little bit of my baste left. I'm just going to rub it a little or put it in there and toss it up and around. Mostly I want to get the potatoes, to give the potatoes some nice color as they're cooking. See how nice that looks already? And now I'm just going to add all of this to my crock pot here. So you guys can see. Let me just a second, guys. Okay, just gonna hold that up. So there we go. It's nice. Looks good, actually. Looks like a perfect holiday roast. Yay! Okay, so 5 hours or so. The awesome thing about it being in the crock pot is I'll just take this to my mom's and if need be, warm it up there until everyone's ready to eat. Okay. Okay, this is about 3 hours and 25 minutes of cooking so far, and it smells good. And it really does smell good. That's what it looks like now. I'm gonna see if I can maybe like turn it. I don't know if it's necessary to do that. And I don't want to mess with it on one hand, but you know what, maybe I don't need to do anything. I'm gonna leave it. You know, I'm gonna leave it because I think that with the lid on, the whole thing is getting that steam coming through. I'm just gonna leave this as it is. I'm not gonna mess with this. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, it's been like 4.5 hours that this has been in here. And I just lifted the lid. A lot of steam is coming out, a lot of sizzle. I mean, I think this is done. So it's on high. I think what I'm gonna do is put it to low. You know, I've actually never used the auto function. Maybe I'll put it to auto. We'll see. I just want to keep this warm until I head out of here, because I'm bringing this to my mom's place. And I leave in about half an hour. Alright guys, so I turned this off after 3.5 hours, and I've just let it sit. I didn't need to put it in the oven to give it that nice sort of toasty coating look, if you know what I mean. And I'm getting ready right now to leave to go to my mom's. Can't wait to taste this. Of course, you guys will get to know exactly what it tastes like in a little while. Okay, so here is my Tofurky on my plate, and everyone is having their turkey, and I'm having Tofurky. I just want to tell you how I think it tastes. Now, if you've eaten other sort of veggie loaves, which I've tasted before, it has a similar taste to that, which is hard to describe, but it tastes similar to some of the veggie meats I've tried. I like it. I mean, it's perfectly fine. It's tasty. It's flavorful. At least, you know, maybe the flavor of the rub that I put on it came through. I like this. So there you go. That's my Tofurky review, and it came out nice and tender and good. I've heard some people are dry, but how I have in the crock pot, it was fine. Now, to better describe what I mean, I've had a lot of meats sold in the Seventh-day Adventist venues, because that's what I grew up, Seventh-day Adventist, and this really reminds me of that. So if you have eaten any of those kinds of fake meats, you'll know what the taste is. I guess I was expecting something different, which is not good or bad. It's just that this was very familiar to me, and it's a taste I do like. It doesn't taste like turkey, and, you know, that's fine. It is a meaty kind of a center plate for your dish, as you're used to having. So it doesn't have to taste like turkey. It has its own unique taste, and I'm okay with that. Okay, so I had my uncle try the Tofurky, and what did you think?
I think it's wonderful.
Oh, good. All right.
It is good.
Okay, that's good. And then my sister's going to try it. My mother said that it tasted pretty good. All right, so this is my sister, and how did you enjoy?
I'm having a piece of it right now.
And
it's magically delicious.
someone wrote, that's exactly a comment I saw that someone wrote about the Tofurky. I did not have mine with any cranberry, so I think I might have another.
Yeah, it tastes good with the cranberry.
Some cranberry.
The toe is magically delicious, yes.
Good. Okay guys, so that's my Tofurky review. Overall, I think it turned out really well, and I liked it. Now if you guys try it, leave me comments and let me know how you like it too. Thanks for watching.